Ladies and gentlemen, the future of gaming is bright. Let's talk about it. Just the other day, Microsoft announced the release date for the ROG Xbox Ally, set to release on October 16th. So, what does that mean? I'll tell you guys. I have been very excited as far as video games go over the last couple of years. Um, I'm an Xbox player, as you guys know. I'm a diehard Xbox fan. Love Xbox. I like Halo. I like Gears of War. Big fan. So recently, Xbox announced the release of a console called the ROG Xbox Ally. The ASUS ROG is a handheld game console. It's similar to the Steam Deck. It's like a virtual PC, not virtual PC. It's like a handheld PC gaming system. And Xbox has done a collaboration with them, which will give full access to the Steam library as well as the Xbox library on this new console. So I am personally very, very excited about this. You guys have no idea how excited I am about the release of the Xbox Ally. And there's a lot going on. As we know, on June 5th, 2025, Nintendo released the Switch 2. I own a Switch. I bought a Switch in 2019 and it's fun. It is a fun console to play. Um only problem with it is it didn't really work very well when I first bought it. I think the Switch came out in 2017. When I first bought the Switch, it was it had minimal space. Some of the games that they tried to port on there ran atrociously, and the Joy-Cons constantly broke. So I was never really a fan of Nintendo for a while. Not never. I should say I wasn't really a fan of Nintendo for a while. They had disappointed me with the Nintendo Switch the way things went around the time that I bought it. I also know from my personal experience, I don't really see a lot of like Nintendo sales on like their stores or anything like that. None of their games ever go on sale, and that really sucks in my opinion. I think the last time I saw like a ridiculous sale on the Nintendo eShop one time that was like a $60 game that was like 55 bucks on sale. Like it was ridiculous. So as far as handheld consoles go, the Switch and the Steam Deck being the only existing ones, Switch 2 more specifically, it just came out. Um that was all we had. But now we have the ROG Xbox Ally. It's coming out this year. It was announced this year. It's coming out this year, and I am holding out hope for the Xbox Ally. In my opinion, from what I've heard, um, sounds like it's going to be good. It does sound like it's going to be good. I think that maybe the ROG Xbox Ally, for the price that it is, could be the Steam Deck killer and possibly the Switch killer in terms of reliability, I guess. Nintendo Switch. I didn't really gravitate towards the Switch 2, mostly because I thought it was going to be way too expensive. For the price that it was, I heard a lot of bad reviews when it came out. People thought it was expensive for some of the problems that they experienced. Understand in any of my videos when I talk about stuff like this, I am talking purely at my backside about this is just stuff that I have heard. And as I say, as I say in a lot of my videos, you guys are more than welcome to correct me on this. I heard that the Switch had some issues and I lost my interest in it. But now, with the Xbox Ally coming out, I'm actually excited again. I remember when the Switch was coming out originally, I was really excited for the Switch. And like I said, despite the issues it had, the Switch is a very enjoyable console. The Xbox Ally has brought this level of like eagerness to see what happens in the world of gaming. I experienced the same thing when Bethesda finally announced Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. I have a series of videos when I followed the rumors and the whole saga of events that led up to the Oblivion remastered release, and I was so excited when it came out. I bought it the day of release. That was the first time in a long time since Borderlands 3, even though, Borderlands 3 was a mess of its own. It was the first time I had been so excited about the release of a video game or anything game related in a super long time. And now with the Xbox Ally, I'm feeling that exact same level of excitement I did about Oblivion and about Borderlands 3. I cannot wait to see how this thing goes. I want to see how well it runs because now, being the Xbox fan that I am, I, in a sense, feel like I have bragging rights to say that Xbox finally won the console wars and now has full access to PlayStation exclusives via the Steam store. I know that that's more like a what's the word that means it's kind of that, but it's not directly that. I actually don't know. But I'm super excited. Now, I don't really care about the whole console war thing. I own an Xbox. I played primarily Xbox One. I have a Xbox Series. I do have a PlayStation 3, and I have played it. I've played my brother's PS5, and I enjoy it. I had a cousin growing up who always owned PlayStations. He was a PlayStation guy. We always played them, always loved them. My personal favorite is Xbox, but I do love PlayStation. So I'm not really like a diehard um, ally to Xbox in the quote unquote console wars, nor am I with Nintendo. But Nintendo's just a mess anyway. I wouldn't side with them to begin with. I am genuinely excited to see what happens. I can't say it enough. Nintendo, upon the release of the Switch 2, all I ever heard about was Donkey Kong and Mario Kart. I have yet to hear anything else other than Nintendo's like equivalent of the Soulsborne games. I forget what it's called. But aside from that, I don't ever hear anything about the Switch, like new games coming out. It's all just, it feels like it's just been the same library as the first Switch. But with the ROG Xbox Ally, we are getting the entirety of the Steam library as well as the Xbox library. And the way it feels to me right now is like we are going to get to watch a bodybuilder lift the most weight he's ever lifted. Like loads up plates on both sides of the bar and you get to see, is he going to do it? Is he going to be able to lift this heavy weight? That's how the ROG Xbox Ally feels. I cannot wait to see if they pull this off. I'm going to put this out there. I 100% believe there is absolutely a major probability of the Xbox Ally flat out landing on its face and being probably one of the most god awful things that's ever happened. But I am anticipating its release just for the sake of seeing how well it does. And I really hope that it does well. As of right now, it's rumored to be about $700 for the standard model and about $1,000 or a little over like $1,100 or something for the X model, which, is fine. What you are getting in the concept of the ROG Xbox Ally is essentially a portable PC. It's compact and it's a computer. It's a computer is what it is. It's stronger than a Switch. Most definitely. I can almost guarantee you it's going to be stronger than the Switch. It's got console power with the PC library. Who wouldn't want that? And I am so excited to see what happens. I am just giddy about it. Like a child. I'm like a small child. I can't wait to see what happens. And I have so much to say, but I don't know how to say it. I'm just excited. And I hope you guys are excited because this could be a a defining moment in history, whether good or bad. Because I've always wanted to play PC. Like I've always wanted I used to play things like Gary's Mod and Team Fortress 2 on an old laptop that I had. It's dead now. That sucker died. But it was an old laptop and that was really all I could play. But now we're getting that plus the Xbox library on what it's basically a competitor to the Nintendo Switch, which is just awesome. And I cannot wait. I've always wanted access to the Steam library because there's so many great games out there. And now that just might happen. I am stoked. And I hope you guys are stoked. And I hope you guys are doing well. And that you guys will like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the bell, tell your friends and family. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!